Hi guys, my name is Victoria Yabut if this is your first time here, and for today's video I'm going to be doing a full face first impressions of all Makeup Obsession products. I have a bunch of makeup here to try, a bunch of makeup to talk about, and if you want to see the tea on what's good and what's bad, I know my makeup looks good right now, but I'm telling you, there are some deceiving products that I got. If you want to see how I got this look today and you want the tea on these products, then just please stay tuned. So, Makeup Obsession sent me a big, this is actually so heavy, a big PR package with a bunch of makeup. There's eyeshadows, blush, highlighter, concealer, primer. There's just a lot in here. So I wanted to just try all of this out. I haven't touched any of it at all. I haven't even swatched anything. I got it yesterday and I was like, I need to play with something, and then I like controlled myself and I was like, no, you're gonna film a first impressions and it's gonna be really fun. So hopefully I can use almost every single product in here today. But yeah, let's just play with some makeup. Okay, so before we get started, let me give you a little more information about Makeup Obsession. I have this little information to you right here. So they are a London-based brand, and Target is their first US retailer. That's kind of why they sent me this PR, to just like, you know, give me a little taste of what's coming, what they're bringing to the US, which is really cool because their products look absolutely amazing, and I follow a lot of people on Instagram that love their products, but I've never tried any of them myself, so I'm really excited to try them out today. Okay, so they sent me 2 primers and 4 concealers. I think I'm just gonna try to get away with using the concealer all over the face today, so I can just do like a full face of Makeup Obsessions. I think, yeah, they don't have brow products that I know of. They didn't send me any, but I think that might be the only exception. So they sent me 4 shades. I need to shade match myself, but they also sent me 2 primers. So this one, the pink one, is a pore blurring primer, and this one is just a blurring primer. So maybe use this one like all over the face and use this one like in my T-zone or something. So let's open the all over one. Oh, it's white. I don't know why I'm acting like I'm gonna smell everything. My nose is so plugged from allergies. Oh, whoa. It's like a lot more like liquidy than I thought it was going to be. It feels like a moisturizer. Okay, so I'm looking at my face right now, and my face just honestly looks moisturized. It doesn't look that blurred at all. And so let's try the pore blurring primer. I'm assuming that this one's gonna be a lot thicker, but I don't know. So I'm gonna use this one in the T-zone. Oh, whoa, this one came out watery. Oh, that came out kind of gross looking. Okay, I think I might have just had to like shake it up. Let me try this one more time. Okay, that's better. It came out just kind of like a light pink kind of peachy color. I'm just gonna, whoa, it's like a lot thicker. Oh, this feels like what I thought the other one was gonna feel like. It feels a lot more, just kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it just feels like the dimethicone that's in it. It's just like a very like, okay, this one is really nice. I can see it blurring my pores like immediately. This is so pretty. Like, my pores in my T-zone are literally gone. Okay, so they sent me 4 shades. I have 60, 80, 12, and 90. I think this one is like the best match. I'm just gonna have to see. So this one is the shade 60. I think I can put this like on my cheeks and stuff. Maybe go in with shade 12 in here, and then I need to decide between these 2 shades which one I want to use to highlight. I think that'll be really good. So this concealer doesn't specify if it's like matte or dewy or anything like that. It just says long wear concealer with caffeine. So I'm going to take the shade 60 and put that on my cheeks and just see how that works. That's not too bad of a match. I personally like to go a little bit darker with my foundation, but I mean with bronzer and stuff, I think it'll be fine. Okay, so I'm just gonna blend this out with a brush and see how this works out. Yeah, it's a little bit light just compared to my neck. I feel like it's just a little bit light, but bronzing up. Also, I have that darker shade, which can balance it out a little bit. So, well, my baby hairs really just popped out of the back of my neck. Okay, so I feel like it's like a satin finish because it doesn't look too matte, but it also doesn't look super dewy at all. So I'm gonna keep applying this. Yeah, it looks so light around my mouth. I have a lot of hyperpigmentation around my mouth area. So when I apply like foundation and what, like, oh my god, that looks so light. Okay. I'm just gonna keep going little by little because I don't want to put it all over my face just because I don't know how quickly this stuff dries. Okay, I'm gonna open up the darkest shade, which is 12. I also like these beauty lights in here, like it just makes everything look low-key different, so that's why I feel like the shade match was so bad. Let me see how this looks. Okay, that's not, I should have just put this on my face and then just highlighted. All right, well, we're just gonna go with it because I'm a little dumb. Okay, so we're just gonna go with it. Okay, so now that that's blended out, I think it looks a lot better. It definitely is more, I think it does look a lot more satin just because I applied this primer underneath and it was very like moisturizing. So, but it looks really pretty on the skin. It's not like collecting anywhere weird or clinging on any like dry patches or anything like that. So that's good. I'm gonna go into the shade 8 or 80. And I'm gonna use this for my concealer underneath my eyes. And it's a really pretty color. And I think I'm gonna put a little bit in the forehead and in the center. And I'm just gonna go in with the same brush to blend out the concealer underneath my eyes. Okay, so next I'm going to set my under eyes. They sent me the Pure Bake Banana Baking Powder, and this is what it looks like. It is yellow based, but it is light enough to where I think it could work for me. Hopefully it works. I'm usually used to baking with like a pure translucent powder, so this will be interesting to see. So I'm going to blend out my under eyes, and then I think I'm just going to go straight in with the beauty sponge into the powder and then bake. I was afraid it was gonna be a little too like yellow, but this doesn't look bad at all. But we're gonna have to see once I like wipe it away and all that stuff. But so far, it doesn't look bad, so we'll see. I do feel like since this foundation is more on the like satin to matte side, I don't need to bake that much, but I always bake like this just because my smile lines, I get like really bad creases too, so we're just gonna have to see. Okay, so we're baking. I'm going to do my eyebrows and prime my lids off camera. I think I'm just gonna prime my lids with the concealer I used underneath my eyes today, and then I'm gonna be right back to get into eyeshadow. Okay, so I did my eyebrows and I primed my lids with the same concealer I used underneath my eyes. I did have to wipe away the bake. I was going to leave it there for doing the eyeshadow, but I could just feel my skin getting really tight and dry. So my skin looks really good. I'm like looking in the mirror over here. It looks really good. I'm not creasing. Nothing's too crepey, like underneath my eyes and stuff like that. It doesn't look too cakey, but I definitely need to go in with some sort of like setting spray and just kind of like make everything settle in and like get all the powder to like just melt in. So they sent me 2 setting sprays. This one is the Fix It Extra Hold Makeup Fixing Spray, and this one does say it dries to a matte finish within 60 seconds. So I'm probably not going to use this one. Maybe at the end, we'll see. But they also sent me the Moon Glow Illuminating Fixing Spray, but I don't know if you can see that, but it has like a purple tint to it. It's really pretty, but like, I don't know. I don't think a brand would come out with something that like gives your face a purple glow. But I don't know, so I'm kind of scared, but I feel like this product, this specific setting spray, is the only one that'll kind of bring the moisture I need back to my skin. So I think I'm just gonna kind of risk it and go in with this one. I'm a little scared just because it looks so like tin foil in here, but let's see. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, give me Okay, I'm freaking out. 1 sec. This did not just happen. Oh my gosh, this did not just happen. I'm freaking out. There's literally glitter specks all over my face. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna take my phone out right now. And oh, okay, I'm gonna record it and put it up on the screen. Oh my gosh. Look. Oh my god. There's literally I'm so upset. I wanted to have such a good makeup day. Like, I genuinely don't even know if this is fixable. Like, oh my god. Like, oh my god. I'm so okay. I feel like on camera it looks fine, so people are gonna be like, what are you talking about? Like, it's not that big of a deal, you look fine. But in person, it literally looks like there's a bunch of just silver glitter all over my face. So I'm gonna spray my face with the Kate Somerville Nourish Mist. This is like one I normally use. I'm gonna go in with my foundation brush, whichever has like that has a little bit of the product left. Oh. I'm just gonna like pat on top of it and see if I can like blend this out. Like, I genuinely thought I was gonna spray it and I was like being a little too harsh on it, and I was like, I guess it looks really silver in the thing, but it's not gonna come off silver on my face, right? I was wrong. I was wrong. So the palette that I really wanted to use was the Belle Jordan collaboration palette with Makeup Obsession. Just look at the font. Like, her aesthetic is just so, like, I love her aesthetic so much. And then on top of it, look at these beautiful shades. Like, oh my gosh. So the first thing I noticed when I look at this palette was the fact that one of the shades was called Sagittarius, which I am a Sagittarius if you guys don't know that. And I was immediately like, I need to put that in my crease. I need to go in with some of these burgundy colors, and then, I don't know, but that purple is just like absolutely beautiful. So I just want to forget about the face and the base right now. It doesn't look that bad, but I just kind of want to forget about it and start on some eyes. So I'm going to go into the shade Sagittarius first. And there is a little bit of kickback, but it's nothing crazy. And I'm just going to put this right in the crease. Ooh, that is really pigmented. Wow, okay. That is so beautiful and so pigmented. Like, it's not skipping, it's not patchy. Okay, so next I'm gonna go into the shade Hot Sauce, which is this really beautiful like dark burgundy shade, and I'm literally gonna put this all over the lid and just see what happens, because I really want to go for like something a little more grungy today. Alright, so I packed it kind of like in a round shape, and I'm gonna go in to a smaller kind of blending brush. And I'm gonna go back into Sagittarius, which is the first shade, and I'm just gonna start slightly blending the edges and just kind of create like a gradient between the two colors. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think that purple needs like its own moment, so I think I might just save that. Like, imagine just like that color all over the lid. Like, that would be so beautiful. There's also this really pretty, like, you can see the glitters in it. This shade right here, it's called Queen. It's like even a darker burgundy, but it has like really like pretty gold reflect glitters in it. So I think I might use that to kind of deepen the outer edge and just kind of push it a little bit. Let's see. I'm just gonna go in. I'm already doing something a little bit more like grungy and intense, so I might as well go in. So I'm gonna go in with that shade Queen, just lightly. I'm gonna see what this looks like on the outer edge. Okay, so next I'm gonna go into the shade Glow Baby, which is this really pretty kind of shimmer up here, and I'm gonna use this on my inner corner and brow bone highlight. Oh, that is really bright and reflective, wow. And you go really light-handed on the brow bone. Okay, so I'm gonna go match up the eyes, add some liner and lashes, and then I will be right back to finish up the face. Okay, so I did my liner and lashes, and I also bronzed up the face a little bit. I am noticing, I don't know if you guys can see, I'm probably going to do some sort of check-in later just on the base makeup too, because I can kind of see it separating around my mouth area. I don't know if that's because of the concealer or the spray that I used or whatever it may be, but it's starting to separate, so I'm kind of like trying to fix it, especially like on my chin. I feel like you guys can't see it, but I bronzed up my face a little bit. I used the LA Colors bronzers. I used the shades Spice and Tanned. So after bronzing, I always kind of like clean up my contour underneath, and I thought that I would go in with the banana powder for that today. I like the color of it for sure. I just can't leave it on my skin for that long just because it does dry me out a little bit, but I feel like if we were to just clean up the contour and then wipe it away pretty soon after, then it would be really nice. So I'm just gonna clean up my contour. Okay, so I'm almost immediately wiping away this powder, and as you can see, like, it does leave a pretty pigmented, I don't know what it's called. Like, remember when Kylie Jenner did that like tutorial for Vogue and she was like, it leaves like a residue, but like I don't know what else I would call it. Like, it is like a residue of product. I don't know. So I'm just gonna wipe this away. Okay, so when I saw this product, I was so excited just because I love blush so much, and this palette right here is called the Isn't It Peachy palette, and just look at these shades. Like, it's literally every single shade of like peach blush that I love. So I'm gonna go into the shade Daydream and Bloom and just kind of mix them together and see what that looks like on the skin. I just love blush so much. Like, I literally can't do my makeup without blush. I feel like blush just puts everything together. Okay, so after blush is highlight, and this is the Committed palette. Look at the packaging too. Like, I'm gonna show you guys everything they sent me, but just look at the packaging of like all of their products. This is their highlighter palette, and there's a bunch of beautiful shades. I'm probably gonna mix the two lightest ones together and see what that looks like on the skin. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh wow, that's actually really pretty. Okay, I think I'm gonna take a little bit more of the second darkest shade in here, Dedicate, because I think the first one was a little bit too bright. Okay, so I took my hair down. I just immediately feel so much better. There's also one more highlighter. I kind of wanted to see what it looks like. This is the Mega Honey highlighter. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that and just see what that looks like on top. Okay, so last but not least is lips. They sent over a few shades of their lip gloss. They sent over the shade Hooked, which is this really pretty kind of pinky nude, and then these two berry shades, Entranced, I don't know, and then Captivated. So I think I might go with this one. This is a gloss. I don't know how pigmented it is, but I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips with my favorite lip liner. This is the NYX Suede lip liner in Sandstorm, and then I'm gonna see how this gloss looks on top. Okay, so I went ahead and lined my lips, and this is the shade Hooked. This is their lip gloss. Oh, this is actually a lot more pigmented than I thought it was gonna be. It's actually not that much of a gloss consistency to me. I would kind of consider this more of like a velvet lipstick, liquid lipstick formula, because it's actually not that glossy. It's just kind of like a really creamy liquid lipstick formula, which is fine. I still think that it's really pretty. It's actually really comfortable too, and especially since I do have lips on the drier side, a more creamy formula like this, I would be able to wear all day without actually putting a gloss on top. Okay guys, so this is the final look, but before I let you guys go, I wanted to do like a little product recap and let you guys know what I thought was good and what I didn't. Okay, so the first product I used was the primers. This one is honestly the only one that I actually saw a visible difference with. Like, looking in the mirror, like over here, I can't see that many pores, and in my T-zone, like, it just looks really nice. This is the only one that I feel like I'm not gonna be able to say like whether or not it's good or not. It does claim to be a blurring primer, and with that claim, I don't think that after I applied it, my skin was very much blurred. I do think it is pretty moisturizing though. I would want to try both of these out together with my normal base routine before I do give a pretty good judgment on this one. But I would definitely recommend this one. This one did fill my pores. It did feel really nice going on in my face. In my T-zone right now, it looks poreless, so I would definitely recommend this one. Okay, so next was the concealer. So this one claims to have caffeine in it, and it's long wear. So with a long wear foundation, typically it's more of like a mattifying foundation, but when I applied it, because I think of this product right here, which was a lot more moisturizing, it applied to be more of like a satin matte. But when I'm looking at my skin right now, it looks good. I really like this area of my face a lot. Like this area right here looks really, really good. But when it comes to like around my mouth and my forehead, it looks kind of like creasy and like it's kind of separating around my chin area. One, I don't know if it's because of the primer. That could be one thing. But two, I think this is the real culprit right here. I'm so shocked at what this did to my face. Like I genuinely, now that it's settled a little bit, it looks a lot more purple. When you shake it up though, it looks like a lot more silver. And I was genuinely so shocked. Like you can see like buildup in the bottom of the thing of like just silver glitter. And I honestly don't know if it's because of the spray that is causing this separation, but there is little glitter specks all over my face, and I feel like the camera's not picking it up that much, but when I look up close in a mirror I can see it, and it does bother me. So when it comes to this, I would maybe on the body, I feel like this would be really pretty on the body, like summertime, you're in a swimsuit, you want to look really glowy and glittery, but on the face, I'm never gonna use this again. So next is the banana baking powder. Okay, so I normally do bake, but because of it being more in the summertime, my skin has gotten a little bit more on the drier side. So the fact that my skin got a little bit dry under the eyes and around my mouth area honestly could be my fault, because my skin's just a little too dry. So I feel like it kind of made it crease a little bit more. But I love the color of this, and especially when I cleaned up my contour and stuff like that and wiped it away immediately, it was really nice. So I feel like just using it a little bit differently next time, it would work a lot better for me. So I would definitely recommend this one, but just if you have drier skin, just keep that in mind. So the eyeshadow palette, I use the Belle Jordan collaboration palette, and I already know that this palette is going to quickly become one of my favorites. One, the color story is absolutely beautiful. You can do so many different looks in here. There's pops of colors, there's the orange, the purple, the pink, like there's a black in here too, and a white, which I really appreciate, because when it comes to blending, sometimes you want to mix in a little bit of white when you get a little bit closer to your brow bone, you want to clean things up, you want a matte. White is such a good color to have in any palette. Also black, I did go in underneath my lash line here with a little bit of black after I did my liner, just to kind of make things match up a little bit more. And then also like you have like your neutral browns in here, you have like your shimmer, like there's just so much in here that you can do. So I would definitely recommend this palette, and also the pigmentation is absolutely beautiful. Minimal kickback, zero fallout on my face when I did my eyeshadow, and it's just beautiful. Next are the face palettes. So this is the Committed palette, which is the highlighter palette, and I would recommend these. I actually think they're really nice. I did only use the first two shades here. This one is a little bit too dark for my complexion, but I feel like this one with a little bit more of a pinker tone would be a really nice blush topper, and these two are just actually really pretty. They're buttery, they're not powdery at all. I would definitely recommend them. Just a straight up good highlighter. I think my favorite face palette and one of my favorite products out of this entire collection was the Isn't It Peachy blush palette. This color story is just my vibe. They were not too powdery. They're also not super pigmented, which is nice because you want to be able to build up a blush and not just have it literally slap on your face and you have too much pigment and you have to fix it. So I would definitely recommend this blush palette for sure. Like this one by far stands out a lot to me, along with the eyeshadow palette. What else is there? Let me show you guys what else they sent me, because I know that something as intense as this really deep burgundy and black eyeshadow look may be a little too intense for you guys. So if you guys want me to do any other tutorials with any shadows you see here, then just let me know, comment down below. This is the Be the Game Changer palette. This one is really pretty, is a lot more like warmer tone, like pinks and burgundies. There also is a lot more like taupey, cool tone colors in here, which is really pretty. Yeah. It's definitely doesn't stand out as much to me as the Belle Jordan palette, but it still is very pretty. The next two is the Be Passionate About. This one is really pretty too. It's very like dark and vampy. There's a lot of like plum tones and like burgundy tones in here, and there's also some purple shimmers. So next, this one is the Be in Love With palette. This is by far the most neutral one they sent me. There's a lot of taupey colors, warm tone and cool tone browns, and there is like, it's very like, when I see this palette, I just think of like bridal makeup. I don't know why, but really pretty too. This one's definitely gonna be used on like very like neutral days, especially if the formula matches the Bella Jordan palette, then I will for sure be using almost all of these shadows. And then last but not least is the lip glosses. I don't know why these are marketed as lip glosses, because this applied on my lips like a velvet matte lipstick, or like it's just like, you know what I mean? It's not very glossy at all actually. Let me do like a little swatch here. Like it's literally like a really pigmented kind of creamy lipstick. It is very like comfortable. It is matte though. Like I'm looking at it, I've been wearing it for a minute now. Like it does not look shiny at all to me, so I don't know why they are marketed as lip glosses. The shade I used today was Hooked, and I actually really like it on top of the lip liner. These two are probably a little too berry toned for my liking, but the formula wise I would definitely recommend. I just don't know why they are marketed as lip glosses. Okay guys, so that is it for this video. I'm really hungry. I've been talking a lot, so I'm gonna go. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Follow my Instagram. I'll put that somewhere on the screen, and go enter my LA Colors giveaway if you want to win some really good bronzers. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Once again, I say thank you so much all the time, but I just genuinely appreciate you guys so much. So hopefully I will see you guys in the next one. I'm gonna go eat some food. Bye guys.